Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be talking about the books that I read in March. I had a pretty good reading month. There was a few 5 stars. I'm not going to go into too much detail just because I do post full reviews on my Instagram and my Goodreads. So let's just go straight into it. First one I'm going to talk about is Daisy Jones and the Six. I gave this 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. Highly recommend. I just love Taylor Jenkins Reid's way of being able to make characters so real. She done the same thing in The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Like, when the characters are talking, I just feel like I need to shut up and listen because I feel like they're really there. Honestly, I just think she has such a brilliant way of creating such real characters. I didn't know if I was going to love the interview format, but I did end up really enjoying it. It really fit for what the book was. Also, the twist at the end about, like, the interview and everything, it was just great. And the whole, like, the era that it was set in, everything about it, it was just great. Next, I have The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. It's quite a short book. I did give it 4 stars. It was so good, I did almost give it 5, but there was, like, some parts that I just felt like I couldn't give it 5. I don't know. It just felt off at some parts. I have seen people saying that it is better on the second time around. And I feel like maybe if I read it a second time, I would give it 5 stars. It's like such a short book. I needed a little bit more, I think, is my problem with that. I loved Nick. He was a great narrator. I mentioned this in my review, but it was like Fitzgerald had a way of having Nick as the narrator, but also having him be involved in the story. And I thought that was I just found that really, really cool because we were in the same position as Nick, as reading the story, not knowing a lot, but he was also there in the story. I don't know if that makes sense, but I just loved that. I just loved that. And I really want to read Fitzgerald's. Is it The Beautiful and the Damned? Something like that. It's written in the front of this. Yeah, The Beautiful and Damned. Now that I've read this, I would recommend this, especially as a starting classic because it is really short. And overall, I did really enjoy it. And there's twists and stuff. I love twists, so yeah. Next one, The Midnight Game by Cynthia Murphy. I gave this 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I will say there's mixed media throughout of text messages and stuff. And some of these didn't make sense to me, why they were there, and they kind of stuck out. But then at the end, they looped into the main story, and I found that the way that happened, I just found brilliant. I really just loved this. The thriller element was really, really good. There was moments where I was actually scared for myself as well as the characters, but I've always liked creepypasta, and as well as the fact that they've always creeped me out. So while I was reading it, I knew that I was going to kind of be a bit freaked out. The author's ability though to create a scary atmosphere was brilliant, and I think that's why I felt so on edge while reading this the whole way through. I think it was brilliant, and if you're looking for a quick YA thriller read, I highly recommend this one. Also, it ends with kind of a link that could become another book based on some of the characters from this one that I would really, really like to see. So for my sake, please go read this and let the author know that we need the book Carry On. That you'll know what I'm talking about if you read it and get to the end. It was just really good, and it was so fast paced. The characters were brilliant. Like I said, the way it looped together was brilliant. I did read the first 2 Attack on Titan manga. I have never read a manga, but I've owned these for ages. I just kept picking them off because I didn't know if I'd be able to do the whole thing reading back to front. It kind of, I don't know, it didn't make sense in my brain, but it were both really good. I gave these both 5 stars. They're fast paced, the story was brilliant. Can't wait to carry on the series. They're obviously very quick reads because they're the style, and I think I will carry on by getting the omnibus versions because I think that's going to make more sense in the fact that they'll fit on my shelf better than having so many of these, and I'll be able to read more in one sitting than these ones. I'm kind of upset that I don't have the third one because it ended like, yeah, I swear it did end on a cliffhanger. Either way, they're really, really good, and I can't wait to carry on the series. The characters I love. I have seen the anime, so I already knew that I would love the characters. My favourite character from the anime was Armin when I watched it years ago, but I haven't finished the 3rd season or watched the 4th season, I think, is out. I had like a jumper with Armin on it as well. And in these, he wasn't really introduced properly until the 2nd one, but I do know that I will love him. And obviously Eren's great. Mikasa's backstory was told in these, I think shown more in these than in the anime. And it was sad. Hello? What are you doing, Mummy? Here she comes. What are you barking at? What are you barking at? What are you barking at? What up? Did I say everything I wanted to say about these? I think so. If you like manga, then, and you haven't read Attack on Titan, if you like manga, you probably have read these. I'm pretty far behind, but they're really good, and I can't wait to carry them on. I might get the omnibus version. My dogs are play fighting conveniently right now. What was I saying? I don't know. I forgot. Anyway, moving on. Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. This was incredible. I'm going to say the exact same thing that I put in my main review. It was like a big hug in a book form. It was just so sweet and comforting, and there was like, there was a good plot because there was action stuff as well as just serving coffee in a cafe. And the characters I loved. Thimble was my favourite, and also in this edition, which is just the UK hardcover, there's Thimble's recipe for Thimblets. It says on here, high fantasy, low stakes, good company, and that is definitely what I felt when reading this. There was good action. It was like would I say it was really fast paced? No, but was the slowish pacing a problem? No, because it was just so comforting and I loved it. And Viv and Tanjiri's relationship built up over time, and I did like the slow build to that. I feel like maybe we could have had a bit more, but I just loved it so much that I didn't need anything else. Also, the cat was brilliant, the Dire Cat. I loved Tanjiri's relationship with the Dire Cat. There was bits that just made me laugh, bits that made me cry. It was just really, really good. Also, look at the art in the book. You can you see that? Ow. Why did I bend it that far back? It's just, I just loved it so much. And if you like want a book that's gonna make you feel happy, give you a bit of fun, I would highly recommend this one for a little cozy night in, just to read, to feel comforting. I have nothing else to say other than the fact that I just loved it, because honestly, it's a cozy fantasy, so you can't expect loads and loads of action, but if you want something that is just gonna be calm and stress-free, recommend this. There is some parts that are a little bit stressful, that kind of like, please no, but overall it was really good. Did I say I gave it 5 stars? I did. I gave it 5 stars. I don't know if I said that already or not, but it was just really, really good. Highly recommend. And then we have Bianca Tor is Afraid of Everything by Justine Pusella Winans. I hope I said that right. I'm so sorry if I didn't. I got sent this arc from Harper 360 YA. It comes out in April. I think it's the 11th. I couldn't speak then. I think it's the 11th of April. I gave this 4 stars. I did really enjoy it. The only thing that knocked a star for me was I would have liked a bit more thriller to the thriller element. I just didn't feel on my toes from the criminal. Is that what you call it? Yeah, they're a criminal, yeah. I didn't feel like on my toes the way I wanted to be, but other than that, absolutely brilliant. Highly do recommend. The main character is non-binary, and they talk a lot about that and finding themselves while also solving this murder mystery. So it was really good. It's very insightful for that. My mum was messaging me, but as I was saying, I did really love this book. Bianca Tor was such a great character. They played their role really well. Anderson, their friend, was brilliant as well. But Bianca really just shone in this. I don't know if it'd be plot driven or character driven. They both drove the story really well, but Bianca was my favourite part. The murder mystery was good, don't get me wrong. Some of the plot twists were really good. One I did see coming, but that doesn't put my enjoyment off, really. It was really good. And if you like birds, LGBTQ plus rep, and great characters, read this book. Okay. And then I have A Gift for a Ghost by Borja Gonzalez. And it might be Boya. I think J's is pronounced with a Y in Spanish. I don't know. I did French in school. It's a graphic novel. I gave it 2 stars. It wasn't like, I don't know. The art was brilliant. I loved the art. Let me show you the art. Like the color combinations, I really liked. And at the front it has butterflies on it. But the story for me just didn't hold out. Yeah, it was good how it kind of looped together past and present, but I don't want to say like there wasn't enough there, because I feel like it's kind of unfair to pick a short story and then say, oh, I didn't like it because it was short. But I just feel like this story could have been explained a bit more. Maybe the characters were a bit flat for me. It just wasn't my thing. I don't know. I feel bad giving negative reviews, but I'm just gonna say it wasn't my thing. But the art was brilliant, and the idea was really good. That the concept was good. That's why I picked it up. But I feel like maybe it needed a bit better execution. That's all I'm gonna say. Then I did read an ebook. I read Paint It All Red, the last book in the Mind Theft series. It was a good end. I really enjoyed the ending, even if it was a little bit unrealistic. That is how the romance between an FBI agent and a serial killer would end. But I did enjoy it, and I would recommend the Mind F series for. It is a adult romance, by the way, so not for anyone who's young. But it was really good. The concept of an FBI agent and a serial killer falling in love was what really pulled me in, and that really was what carried the story for me, because I felt that that concept was really cool. It held out well. I feel like maybe their relationship could have been a bit stronger, but overall I did really enjoy the series. The last book in itself was good. I gave the last book 4 stars. Everything became explained and was looped together nicely. What's the word? Oh no, it wrapped it all up really nicely, and yeah. So it is now the beginning of April. I have posted an April TBR if you want to go look at that. I am currently reading Earthlings from that, which is very disturbing, but it is so good as well. Just because Sayaka Mura's writing is incredible. So that was the 9 books I read in March, and most of all I did really enjoy them. Mostly I would recommend all of them, other than maybe A Gift for a Ghost. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that I didn't go too much into it. I feel like I just rambled and some of it didn't make sense, but if you want a full proper review, just go to my Instagram, because they're more put together and written out well. So thank you for listening. I hope you can get some good reads from what I've said. I said before, I don't know how to end a video, so goodbye and see you again soon.